some information right now that nobody knows, except for, I guess, one person, which is when they released my affair, Carlos created this fake account, and he went and he put out this. He started messaging every single influencer that he could on Telegram and telling them about the crazy affair story that just dropped. Crypto Mason, a lot of people know Mason, and I haven't told Mason I'm going to say this out loud, but I have to because it's evidence for our court case and it's going to come out publicly very soon, which is the night my affair was released, Justin Williams messaged every influencer, and I have a screenshot. And this screenshot, I'll go ahead, I'll share it to you guys right now, actually, if I can find it. The screenshot literally has Justin Williams lying 4 times in one screenshot. He says he has no idea about any of this stuff. Then he says, oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who's on the other side of that phone call. It was Carlos, obviously. Justin and Carlos are best friends. He claimed he didn't know it was him. Then he says, hey, who sent this to you? And he goes, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just somebody sent it to me. It's crazy. And then Mason says something to the effect of, are you sure you don't know who that is? Or something like that. Whatever it is, it's 4 bold-faced lies on one screenshot. It's actually impressive. It's hard to do. To tell 4 lies that an influencer knows are lies in real time, in the moment. And so this was all going on, and I started getting so much fucking pressure on me from everybody I know. That was like, people were just getting too hurt. My wife was getting too hurt. My kids were getting too hurt. And I just decided I was going to tap out. But I never thought tapping out meant not having my company. I thought tapping out was, okay, I'll come back and be a slave, I guess, and I'll work and we'll, just make money for the company. I'd never realized that they were always trying to separate me because they stole. And once we get in the books, it's obvious, and they're going to all be in trouble. And they were trying to keep me out of the book. So the point is that the reason I took time off is because I was playing coy. I thought within a week I was going to be back on the channel. And so what happens is when they release all this stuff, I tap out. I send them a message. I think might be in our lawsuit. I send them a message. I say, I tap out. You guys win. Let's figure this thing out, whatever. And that was, I guess, about 2 weeks into it. And it was like I had to drop the lawsuit. We were trying to file a lawsuit. And when I told them it was over, I had to drop it. Because I thought, it was a terrifying night. I really can't. Nobody can ever understand the hell that I was except for Cassie, because she was there for the whole thing. We literally almost fled the country. We were so close to leaving the country. There were times where I was close to killing myself. There were times where I just didn't see a way out of this. And the hell and the psychological prison that these people put me in, nobody can understand what that's like unless you walked in that. If you've walked in that where you've been in a psychological prison by someone blackmailing or extorting you or holding something over your head, it's a terrifying situation because they're living in ambiguity. They're saying things that you don't know the answers to, and they're alluding to they know the answers to these questions and you're in trouble for it. And it's this thing where the people are always trying to make you feel like you did something wrong, and that's how they extort you, and that's how they get you vulnerable enough to do stuff like this. So I understand that I did take some time off, but it was really intentional because I thought I was going to be back on the other channel. And certainly I'm taking today off, and we're going to have some videos coming up soon. But I don't think that necessarily hurt me, because if you look at the numbers, my numbers have outperformed the Discover Crypto numbers from day one. From literally day one on my channel, I've crushed them in numbers all the way around. And if you look at the number of subscribers that they've lost, they have lost, I'm going to go back and look at the exact number. I think they've lost 73,000 subscribers, and I've gained 93,000. Or 92, whatever it is, 92 or 93. So I've gained all.
You gained those 93,000 on YouTube faster than I've ever seen anyone in the crypto space or anything, even non-crypto related. I don't think I've seen someone that quickly do it.
Yeah.
I know Bark and I talked about it. Bark was super impressed by that too.
Thank you. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited to hit 100K again and get my plaque because everybody knows TJ stole my gold and my silver plaque for my channel. So
No, I know you take pride in them too.
Yeah.
And again, dude, I don't look at you as an influencer, dude. I look at you as a freaking pioneer in this space.
Thank you.
You've done a lot for me. You've taught me a lot for years. You've taught a lot of other people a lot. And not just taught us, man, but you onboarded so many people, so many beginners to this space, man. People don't seem to remember this or see this like we have at least. So I definitely got to give the credit where it's due. And BitBoy, bro, you're super important to this space. I know you've got a lot of fans here. Screw all the noise, all these other people. They want to see you fail, man. That little steak, sponsored by steak plaque on your videos and tweets in the past, dude, that chapped a lot of asses, man. A lot of people wish they could be sponsored by steak. I mean, think about it. It's you in the crypto space, and outside of you, it's Drake. It's Aiden Ross. It's superstars. So, dude, you've done nothing but crush it, man.
We were talking about this last night. Somebody reached out to me and asked me about, we've had several people ask us about state sponsorships. And, we, for a while, first 4 or 5 people that asked us, we went to state and we said, hey, what about these people? These are cool crypto people. Now, we got far enough in our deal where we felt secure with our numbers, where we started, trying to say, hey, check somebody else out. You don't want to bring on another sponsor and they outperform you and then you lose your sponsorship. But basically, Stake told us, Stake isn't interested in anybody else in crypto. They're not interested in anybody else in crypto. That's what's so funny about. Wait, did one other person to Gaines get signed? No, he got signed by Rollbit. That's what it was. I thought maybe they put one person on Twitter. I can't remember, but I don't think they did. But the fact is that that's what's so funny about Discover Crypto thinking, which Discover Crypto won't even be a thing for much longer, but thinking that they were going to get to keep the Stake contract. Stake loved Ben Armstrong. Stake liked BitBoy Crypto because I am BitBoy. They weren't interested in anybody else, and there are a lot of jealous people out there about that. And we actually, like I said, we've tried because I thought it would be good for Stake to get a little further into crypto and have some of the bigger influencers that are positive. It's a crypto social casino. The stake.com, you have stake.us in the United States, you have stake.com for the international. Stake.com has crypto. You can actually gamble or play the games or whatever with crypto. And so because of that, you would think that they would want to get way more involved in the crypto space, but they've got enough coverage from the mainstream. They don't really need it. The only brand they want to be associated with was mine, and we have a really close relationship. Just to give you, this is what's so funny about DJ trying to say that we embezzled money to Cassie from Stake and all this stuff. I told Stake, there's 3 people that we have that are contacts at Stake. The founder, Eddie, and then we have 2 other high-level people over there. I'm not going to say their names because I just don't know if they want their names said. But we have a group text, and we've had a group text ever since we started this deal. And like, if you would have seen the stuff they were saying to Cassie about her father passing away and how sorry they were, like the Stake people are like family to us. They really are. And I got a really exciting Stake thing I'm going to be doing. I think actually this weekend. That's going to be really cool. That you guys probably won't know about for a little bit. But yeah, we are. Stake is so important to me. It's hard for me to wrap into words what they mean to me, because if it wasn't for them sponsoring my channel right now, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. Period. I'm not just a live show. Stake standing behind me and Cassie is the strongest vote of confidence that anybody has given us during this entire thing, and they were always going to give us the deal back. They just wanted to make sure for a couple months that I could do it on my own, because I had 60 people before, and then they saw I could put out the same amount of content. So Stake is more than just a sponsor to me, and that's why I'm so proud to have them. I'm so happy to have them.
Bro, that is amazing, man. And not to change the subject or anything, bro, but just in case you're pressed for time, dude, I saw that Doginal Dogs video, and I know you, dude. Shout out to Leah. Leah's been spending a lot of time with us, man. Yeah. She is amazing, dude. Yeah. She is amazing. That is an asset at your company. That is an asset to this space. huge shout out to Leah. I really want to know besides Leah, what attracted you to this collection? Because just based off the passion in your voice, bro, and again, guys, this is not no undisclosed promo, none of that nonsense, guys. None of that nonsense. Ben,
we came to you. Yeah, we came to you about it.
That is a fact, yo. Ben has Leah. She's in our spaces every day. She works with Ben. And she's been bullish on us. She talked to Ben about it. Ben got bullish on it. Me and Ben do have a relationship. I do consider him a friend in this space. Absolutely. He reached out to me like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. I explained it to him, and not even much. Leah really did all the explaining. And this guy made an amazing video. I think twice. He shouted out Doge Ordinals in the first one, and then Doginal Dogs in the second. So I wanna know more about that, man, and I wanna have Bark tell you some things as well.
Yeah, well, the thing is I've learned over time to lean on what people know, and Leah is somebody that's amazing. So let me give you just a little bit of background on Leah. Leah was a person who watched my channel. She was a fan. Just like AJ. A lot of people know AJ rides for me, John Vibes as well. They were all fans. They watched the channel and got an opportunity to, put in an application for a rider, and we hired Leah. And Leah was a rider for me at the old channel. And I'll be honest with you, I met Leah in Toronto. She's very nice. She gave me a Toronto Blue Jays hat, if I remember correctly. Leah, she was a great person. But she had her writing, but I didn't know the scripts that she wrote compared to the scripts that other people wrote. I knew the ones that AJ and John Vibes wrote, but Leah's didn't have like a specific where I was like, oh, this is definitely a Leah script. And so Leah was not someone who was like super high on my list when I was at the last company. Not that she wasn't a good employee or a good writer. It's just like, oh, Leah, she's writing for us, cool. But something really
you remember
cool
the Blue Jays hat? You remember the Blue Jays hat?
I did. Leah's here holding me accountable. I didn't even know that. But the fact is,
the whole space.
Well, I knew you were listening. I didn't know if you were speaking. But the thing is that she came to me after everything happened. Leah was extremely loyal to me. Leah and John Vibes both. Everybody that works for me now are all the loyal and talented people that were from the old company. And Leah came to me and she had this idea for this Substack. And, Leah had been working on our Substack, or our what would you call it, newsletter that we had at the old channel. So I knew she was good at that. And I had somebody else in charge of it that did a good job. But Leah came to me and said, hey, we should do this on the new channel. And she had all these ideas. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I like it. I wanted to do a newsletter. Let's take the ideas that we talk about on the channel and show people how to actually make money throughout the week with those same ideas in the newsletter. And it was a really cool idea. And doing this newsletter, Leah has crushed it. Like, Leah has found so many incredible projects. John Vibes both. They both have. I think John Vibes found a Trump coin. It was a Trump meme coin. I don't think it was Trump. It was a different one. And I think that one 14x. And then of course, one of these NFTs like 7x from just where she saw it at. Not even I think they were airdrops, whatever. But the point is that through all this disaster in my company, Leah has been a person who has gotten a huge advantage from it because finally I see her. Finally I see her, and finally I see how great of an asset that she is. And I see why Nick DeMonte tried to hide her from me. Nick DeMonte tried to hide a lot of talented people from me because they were trying to keep them to themselves when they were going to overthrow me. So she came to me and she said, hey, they've got these Doge ordinals now. And of course, the idea immediately makes sense. Like, yeah, of course they would do ordinals on Doge. That makes sense. And then showed me the art, and then said books was involved. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And then a couple of days later, she was like, oh God, the thing is like 3x already. I was like, okay, cool. So I got real interested. I started looking into it. And, you're right. These kind of have the same kind of, the equivalent of like, Taproot Wizards on Dogecoin. Kind of have that same feel to it. So, look, you're looking at these chains that have these meme coins launching on them and NFTs and all these things. And a lot of chains are starting to get a lot of use now. And some of my very best projects I've picked for the year so far is Murrow. It's down now, but it was up, I think, 1,600% just in the last last 2 months or something like that. Is that, like I said, it has pulled back quite a bit, but it's a meme coin on Solana. A lot of people know there's a ton of meme coins on other projects, and you just start seeing value in these communities. When you have a chain that's got a good community, and something gets put out, and there's not an oversaturation, right? Because what happened with BNB back in 2020 in DeFi summer is all of a sudden there was an oversaturation of BNB projects. We're just too many. You couldn't really make money anymore by the end of it because you need a consolidation of people putting money into a project to get the pump, not 1,000 people investing into 1,000 projects. You need 1,000 people investing in one project to really make it move, or whatever the numbers are. And so, I saw this as if Leah picked it, I already knew it was going to be good. And then when Books was involved, you guys, I'm a big fan of you guys. I love you guys. It's been hard to find people that have been loyal to me and not said bad stuff about me. Through all the stuff I've been through, and I appreciate you guys always welcoming me on the show and stuff like that. So it was a good combination, and got a hold of a couple of them, and I know Leah's got some, and I know our audience got some because Leah was telling everybody in her subject to buy them.
Well, I got mine after I researched it. I was like, oh shoot, I should grab a couple of these. And remember, sorry, I don't even mean to chime in, but
tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. You came in, you fell in love with us. That's it.
I did.
You didn't research.
Well,
you didn't research first. You didn't research first. You researched us. You loved us. It was family and love at first sight.
That's true. That is definitely true. I've been having so much fun chatting with you guys. But the truth is that's my whole job is doing research. And I was like, shoot, this is serious. This is gonna happen. I'm definitely buying these. But yeah, you guys had the same energy as Ben, which is just can you ask this person a question and will they give you a truthful answer? And Ben, you remember when I was with the old company, I just said straight up okay guys, what did Ben do?
Yeah.
And no one would give me the real answer. And it's you can't, I'm sorry, but you can't get involved in someone else's marriage. That's not for you to judge. So what should I, because of course, anything that's extremely bad, you should obviously stay away from. But just going into somebody's marriage and saying okay, this is I'm allowed to judge this person on this. It's no, you're not.
Yeah.
Sorry, if that's what this is going to be based on, then I'm out. And they couldn't give me a straight answer. But anyway, these guys Bark, Book, Shibo, any of these people on this space will give you a straight answer about anything. So will Ben.
Yeah.
And
Ben gives too many answers.
Yeah, Ben will tell you anything that you want to hear, but I mean that's an honest person. That's a real person.
Yo, Leah, you're amazing. One thing you said wrong is I don't think anyone can match that guy Ben's energy. Yo.
Really?
That guy's energy, it's on 1,000 trillion miles an hour. And he's older than me, and he's got more energy than me and Bark put together. So I don't think you can match that energy. But man, you guys are great.
That's fair. And another person who's cool is Cassie. I've chatted with her a few times, but I'm no. This is a very nice person. Not that I don't think anybody would say anything necessarily negative about her, but just to clear the record, as somebody who can say, you know what, I've just had several normal conversations with this person, and I like her as a person. I also like Bethany. I met her too, but that's not the point. That's not for anyone else. And especially when you're working for a company, you do not get in the CEO's business. I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are. I don't know where you've worked before, but how I grew up, you do not do that. You know what I mean? That is not your world. That is not your business.
Yeah. Well, it was made their business so they could overthrow me. It could have been anything. It just so happened that
it was anything to cancel you, bro. It was whatever, we're going to trick Web3 with wanting to cancel this guy. Dude, the people that come at you, I hate saying this, but it's a fact. The people that have a problem with your personal life, I guarantee you have domestic violence charges under their belts, are fucking pedophiles, are all the weirdest, worst types of people in the world that always want to try to cancel others for whatever reason. They'll go as far as making things up if they can't find things to cancel people with. What happens with some, if you're not abusing children, if you're not a pedophile, I don't care what you do at home. I've broken up with girls, I've cheated on girls, I've done drugs, like, and so has everyone else. Like, it's really fucked up to sit here and try canceling people off of something that it's okay for your best friend to do it, but you know, the second we got the chance, when Ben does something wrong in our eyes, let's try to cancel him. Like, that's the shit that drives me nuts, dude.
There's a little more to it than that, because a lot of the stuff they said were absolute lies. I didn't relapse, and now this is all so ridiculous. I don't really want to get into this, but you guys know I put out this poll on Twitter asking whether people think I do cocaine or not. And the reason why I put that poll out is because I don't do cocaine. I have done cocaine in my life back before 2007 when I went to rehab. Probably my last day when I overdosed, I was doing some cocaine. That's 2007. That is now, what, 17 years ago? And the fact is TJ comes out, and the first day of all this puts out this post that I relapsed on my own Twitter account, on Big Boy Crypto's Twitter account, that I relapsed. Guys, I was taking those diet pills I had a prescription for. That's the entire fucking thing. And here's what's so interesting. I want everybody to think about this. Everybody says that I relapsed and I'm doing drugs, and that's why this happened. It's just so stupid. Go find the Twitter post. Go find the tweet where TJ put out that I relapsed. Go find it. Good luck. They fucking deleted it because it's a lie. They had to delete it for defamation because they know it's 100% a lie. We literally have audio, a phone call of Carlos and Cassie, with Carlos telling Cassie, we know he's not on hard drugs. This is just for the redemption story. We're going to make so much money on this. We literally have that on audio. And so, have I done drugs in my life? Yeah, for sure. I had to go to rehab. I overdosed. Have I been sober ever since? Yeah. People who are around me know. Nobody has ever seen me fucking touch a drop of alcohol, for sure. Actually, no, that's not true. One person, Crypto Beatles, back in 2019 or 2018 in Chicago, asked him for a rock star from the bar, and he accidentally gave me one that had vodka in it. I took 2 steps of that thing and threw it away. But I digress. He was so apologetic about that. But the fact is that I have not relapsed. And that is the fact that they use that soft underbelly. Anyone who is, I want you guys to all really think about that. I would venture to say that out of your audience, there's probably at least 25% of your audience has done hard drugs, or maybe got a little crazy, or maybe had to do a little stint in a rehab, or definitely know somebody who has. If you say that, then it's 100%. I want you guys to really think about this. If you were really trying to be sober, you went through rehab, and you did it. You became sober, and then you got out, and everybody started accusing you of using drugs.
That sucks,
because your business partner made it up to get you out of the business and steal from you. I want you to think about that. Think about what that would do to a person in recovery. I've been in recovery long enough, it don't do nothing to me. But think about that. How disgusting of a person you have to be to make up, someone who's been sober for 17 years, to make up that they relapsed so you could publicly humiliate them. Because everybody sees the plan now. Everybody sees that first 2 days or the first week, it was a non-stop onslaught of public humiliation on me. Every day was new public humiliation for me. Because they thought that was going to make me tap out. But they didn't. They wanted to break me and Cassie up. That's what they were trying to do the entire time. They knew if they broke me and Cassie up, that they could win. They could separate me from Cassie. Because Cassie's the smartest woman I've ever been around times 100. Sorry, Leah, you're very smart too. But Cassie is very, very, very intelligent, and she is very strategic, and she has a law background, and she's their worst nightmare. And I think the mistake that they made is they thought they could bully me to get rid of her, not knowing that I would die before I would get rid of Cassie. This is my woman for the rest of my life, for 100,000%. There's 0% of me that thinks that we're not going to be married until the day that we die, probably together. Not in a murder suicide. Or double. I meant to say double suicide. Definitely not a murder suicide. But I only said that because I said together. I don't know. Maybe a car accident. Maybe old age. Maybe we'll be in the nursing home holding hands.
You guys will be in the next Notebook movie. Next Notebook movie.
That's right. That's right.
The crypto book. The bit book.
Yeah. The private sea journal.
Yo, bro, dude, you know what it is with you two? I gotta say that it's like motivating. The word's just not hitting me. Like, watching someone like you deal with what you deal with, bro, is so motivating. Like,
thank you,
bro. It encourages me to be better, to want to work hard.
Bro,
Like,
look, we were in Estonia. This motherfucker got hit by a train. He still showed up and delivered a keynote with that energy.
But funny story, Cassie was on the back of the scooter when we got hit on the train.
I'm saying, and in the test, I had dinner with this guy. He didn't even touch the bread. So, him to touch drugs is far-fetched.
Yeah, not a chance. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like AJ said. AJ was like, I literally was with him every day for months when we were doing our book tour. And it's like, we went to clubs all the time. He's like, you never drank, you never did anything. I'm like, yeah, obviously. Like, I think that one of the things here is obviously, for whatever reason, I have reputational problems. If people don't believe me, I get it. But the funny thing here is that if people, I just wish that there was some way that I could osmosis, like take this information and put it in a book and then slap all of you over the head with it and put this information in your head. Like, if you guys really knew and really understood how many lies have come from these people, and that everything that I'm telling you guys is 100% accurate and 100% true, people would look at this totally different. But it's so unbelievable, and here's why. What is more likely? Is it more likely that a former drug addict that everybody knows had a terrible, massive drug overdose and a terrible past, because I've talked about it publicly so many times, because it was such a big, important moment in my life in 2007, this person that's gone through all of this, that they've relapsed. I lost my train of thought. Where was I going? Hold on.
What's more likely? What's more likely?
Right. What's more likely? You've got this drug addict who relapses and is an asshole at his company, and his boss fires him. Or not his boss, but his business partner fires him because he's toxic, right? He's a drug addict. He's having an affair, obviously. What's more likely, that that person is lying, or that the calm, cool collective, always calm, never showing any nervousness or fear, always coming out and giving some logical, reasonable explanation for whatever I said recently? What's more likely, that the drug addict is being honest and he really didn't relapse, or that the business partner ran a conspiracy involving about 20 people to overthrow me from my own fucking company so he can steal millions of dollars? Which one is more likely? It's so obviously much more likely that I relapsed and I'm a drug addict and I'm lying about the whole thing. Like, that should be obvious, and that's what they were relying on. That's what they were relying on, is it should seem much more obvious that that would be the answer. And that's why people have a really hard time believing me about all this stuff, because it seems so unbelievable. I get it. I know it does. But I hope that at some point I'm going to be completely vindicated of all this. And I feel like that right now I'm going through a big transition in my reputation, because what's happening right now is really interesting. Because I'm repairing my reputation on the project side. Because I'm picking a lot of good winners. I'm not doing any shills. 0 sponsored videos. I'm not, I wish I was, and I don't have enough money to be invested in all my picks for the year. I wish I did. But these are genuine picks I really honestly researched and feel are going to be great assets for people for this year. I did a bunch of those videos this month. People are going to see I'm not in these pump and dump allocation circles with Rand and Kyle Chausset and all these guys. Not any part of it. And I think my reputation is actually going to pretty much get completely repaired from the stuff that actually happened, which was in 2020 me covering 3 or 4 sponsored projects at rug pull. That is the crux of my sins in crypto. That I didn't know that these projects were going to rug pull, and I accepted money from them. Some of the money I gave back, some I gave to my audience. Some that happened much later. I mean, whatever. We're not talking a huge amount of money. These were not, by the way, these were not $40,000 or $50,000 sponsorships that people will see on my media sheet much later. These were like $6,000 videos. Just so everybody's clear. These are not, I didn't make hundreds of thousands of dollars on these videos or anything back then in 2020. And I feel like now the crypto user has cycled through enough to where, like, basically the only people that bring up stuff from 2020 are just low IQ troglodytes, and all they can say is, "You just Zach SBT post. You just Zach SBT post." See, not having the critical thinking skills to actually go read it or think about it at all, or reason with it. But now, what's so funny is, I feel like my reputation is like a scammer or something. It's kind of changing, going away. Now I'm just an asshole. now everybody hates me because I cheated on my wife. Everybody hates on me because I got arrested at Carlos' house. Everybody hates me because Bitcoin's down. Everybody hates me for different reasons now. And I actually see a lot of hope in that. Because eventually, people are going to see what these people did to me. It's going to be vindicated. Bitcoin is going to go to the moon at some point. I believe that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I still don't know what I'm allowed to say. I do believe that I'm going to put the work and the dedication in to make it an extremely successful project. And I'd love to come back on and talk about Bitcoin in probably about 2 or 3 months. We've got our onboarding platform that we're putting together after that's done. We'd love to show that off to people. But, people now, they hate me for different reasons. What's so funny is now people just hate me for personal reasons, it seems like. Because I'm a cokehead, they think. And I love how there's one picture that Kathy and I took on Halloween where people have zoomed in and they claim that there's cocaine in my nose. That's extremely stupid, guys. You can look at that picture. You guys know the nose hair inside of my nose, like on my face, is mostly white. And there's no powder in that video. Basically,
If you take anyone's nose and you zoom up that far under their nostril, it's going to be grainy enough that you can make yourself think there's anything in there.